Hi, Virgo. All right, bottom of the deck. Let's get into it. Ooh, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles. So this has been coming up a lot recently. This is a very positive work card. It's about hard work. Like this represents the person who's always in the background getting things done, They just keep their head down. They just get the work done. They're systematic. They're very methodical about everything they do. In the traditional sort of Rider Waite version, and there are two people in here. Oh, actually, there is. So there's usually three people. I guess you can count this little lizard or whatever as a person. Usually one person's doing the work, and then another person is potentially assisting, and then maybe the third person is managing. So it does depict a hierarchy, and it does mean that someone's watching you. Now, that doesn't mean in a negative way, okay? That people are assessing you for some reason, or perhaps you're the manager and you're assessing someone else. I know our performance reviews are coming up where I work, so it could just be pointing to something like that, or someone's considering you for promotion or things like that. Someone most likely is noticing all your hard work and the attention and care and detail you put into your work. So it's a positive card. Interesting. So it's good that came out, because then we have the Eight of Swords here. So you're feeling trapped at work for some reason. Either you feel like maybe you're in a no-win situation, or you have to work with someone that's just making your life very, very difficult. And it's really hard in a work situation, because in this day and age, you just don't turn around and get another job. And especially if you're in a job that requires a lot of sort of specialized training and you've been in it for many years, you don't just want to stop and drop everything and start from scratch all over again. Now, that being said, if you're feeling like this, and this is the denial card, so this would be yourself telling yourself you can't start over again. You can't have that job you like. You can't have a job where you're appreciated and you make good money. You can't leave this job because you've worked so hard to get here, even if it's not what fulfills your soul or feeds your soul. So there's a mental block preventing you from changing your situation. Now the Emperor card showing up. So the Emperor card's a very strong masculine energy. This is a very commanding leader, a very powerful person that, the negative aspect of him would be like a dictatorship, a really negative micromanager. But the positive of him is a very wise, fair leader. So he's going to do what's best for sort of the good of everyone. So not everyone loves him, because not everyone can get their own way all the time, but he sees the big picture, the overall goal, and does what's best for the most people or the company or whatever it is. So there's someone in a leadership role that is potentially causing you to feel this Eight of Swords energy. Let's see what the other card is. Okay, no, it's a Knight of Wands. So I actually feel like you need to call upon your inner Emperor to get you out of this Eight of Swords energy. You need to become the leader in your own life, or a leader on the job, and not be the victim, or not see this. I mean, the swan is like trapped down here and just like feels helpless, but to sort of rise up and take charge and there's that saying, I always get my sayings wrong, but it's like something like act. Oh, I'm going to butcher it. Someone will correct me, but basically just if you want to be like a leader, just start acting like a leader, and then you'll be one. Like there's no magic switch that gets turned and all of a sudden, okay, you're a good leader. You just have to start acting that way. Just remember that you want to command respect, not demand it. A really tough thing to do. A fine line, I guess. Well, then we have the Knight of Wands coming in, and I call this the honeymoon card because it's that very exciting, passionate, motivated, enthusiastic energy where it's sort of all-consuming. Knights are changes in the suit that they're in, and this is Wands that just embodies all the things I just said. So there's going to be a change in your passion. And so I see us going this month from maybe feeling this Eight of Swords, denial energy, like we can't get out of this situation, this internal shift. And we're going to, rise up to be our own leader and really look at where we want to go, what we want to do, and start acting, even if it's like a fake it till you make it type situation. Whatever you have to do. But be confident in your hard work, okay? You are a good worker. The people that need to notice are noticing, okay? They may just be biding their time. Remember, pentacles are slow moving. There may be a methodical process going on that a situation may need to play itself out before they can make the changes. But then when the changes come, they're going to be quite swift and they're going to sweep you up, and it's going to be very beneficial and exciting. And you're going to be moving in a new direction very fast with a lot of enthusiasm, like this poor trapped swan in the Eight of Swords. But then we're going to be leaving with this amazing Knight of Wands energy. Pretty cool. Pretty nice. Okay, I'm liking this. So really, really think about what your thoughts are around your work. Do you feel like a victim? Do you feel unappreciated? Do you feel like no matter what you do, you're never going to get anywhere? Or do you sort of come into work like, I'm an important, vital, valued employee, and I'm going to be a good example and be a good leader even if I'm not a manager. If I am a manager, I'm going to lead by example and lead by people looking up to me instead of trying to control and force people. I'm going to be the positive side of the Emperor. Okay, for love and romance, we just had some cards fall out. We have the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is the I can't do this anymore card. It's an overburdened card, often of our own doing, and it counsels us to look for places where we can delegate and lighten our load. So there may be an aspect of one of our relationships, our romantic relationship, where we're feeling overburdened, or even if we're single, maybe we're feeling like it's a lot going it alone, and we're just kind of feeling like we can't go on anymore. So let's check out the other cards and see what's going on. Yeah, okay, so we have the Eight of Cups. So for some of us, this is going to be a situation where we're realizing we're in an emotionally unproductive relationship that is no longer meeting our needs. This is quite a difficult. When this card comes up, it's usually been going on for a while. I'm kind of looking already at that Ten of Wands, where it's just the relationships become a chore, become a burden. Obviously, if you're super happy, this isn't going to resonate with you, so that's okay. And I am looking towards more romantic relationships, but perhaps for those of you who are happy in your romantic relationships, this may resonate in a family relationship or a relationship with a coworker or a friend or something. But the Eight of Cups is just about coming to the realization that you need to walk away. You need to stop, that this is not healthy and not acceptable. It can be an emotionally abusive situation, or it's just one that's just not working. And you don't even necessarily have to blame anything in particular. It's just, it's not there. It's not doing it for you. It's not working. It's not adding positive emotions to your life. It's taking away. It's subtracting. So I always feel like if I'm going to have a relationship in my life, I'm not going to have one just to have one unless it's adding something. You know what I mean? So this is a powerful moment, this card. It's not easy to get there. And then there's often a process involved with it, because once you come to the realization, then you need to deal with it's like the stages of grief. It's like you've probably been in denial, argued, had anger, gotten to this realization that you need to leave. And then you sort of go through that all again, like letting go of the relationships. And this could also mean that you've gone through this relationship a long time ago, but you still haven't fully released it. You still need to actually let it go. Like you've been stuck in this process. Ooh, this is ringing true for me. For a long time. I mean, this could be years ago, and you don't even really realize that it's preventing you from moving forward. There's even a child, and maybe the child, because a child's involved, that's part of it. It's hard to, maybe it's an ex-husband, let go if you guys have a child together, because they're still kind of always there, right? Or you've been putting your child first, which is okay. So kind of explore this month areas where you may need to do some cord cutting. I really don't know a whole lot about that, but I know there are plenty of readers that actually have cord cutting meditations, or sort of like a tangible ritual to go through to, bring it from the mind into the real world. It makes it more realistic and kind of gives you like a physical way to like really let go. And sometimes those types of exercises are really helpful to actually let go, instead of just in your mind be like, yeah, I'm over it, I'm letting it go. It really forces it to be real. And then we have our Knight of Wands again. So he was so I don't know if somehow love is tied to your workplace somehow, because this came up in the work. But again, this is the honeymoon card. So I see once we finally, put down the burden of the 10 of Wands and let it go of the Ace of Cups, the 8 of Cups, what's coming in? Passion, new passion, change in passion. The honeymoon card, new change in our passions. So we come from, this sad place to this exciting, passionate place. Sometimes this kind of, ignites quickly, but then burns out quickly. But so just be sure what your intentions are with a new relationship. Sort of try to stay one step back, in the sense that, I'm not going to be like, you don't need to throw yourself into a relationship. I finally found the one. This is going to be the end all be all. He's going to, make everything better. If you go into any relationship expecting that person to make you feel better and complete your life, that's like a red flag that you're not ready for a relationship. But if you can just be like, this person kind of interests me, and, it's kind of exciting, and we'll just, take it one step at a time. And if it works out, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too, because I'm good where I am. But, we may sort of get a little swept up, and sometimes that happens. Be careful if it's at work. holy crap. We get the Emperor, which we had in the work category. So that's so weird. We had the Eight of Swords, the Emperor, and then and the Knight of Wands in that order. Now we have the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Emperor. That is crazy. Okay. Wow. Some of us maybe sort of have a thing for a boss. Be careful. Be very, very careful. Yeah. If not, you may just meet someone who is a leader in a leadership position who embodies these masculine, or they could be feminine, but it's the Emperor. So, but has the qualities of a very good leader. So a woman can very much have these qualities as well. So this person is playing heavily in your work and your relationship sector. This is a very good man to be with if he's, the positive side of the Emperor. He's fair. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.